Let's talk transfer portal because today's Monday and the portal is open. Players are jumping in. Teams are getting their recruitments lined up, and we're going to see some visits already this week heading into the weekend. Why don't we start at the quarterback position? Let's bring in Steve Wiltfong, and we got a couple big ones on the board. Miller Moss, Caden Salter, Jackson Arnold, Jacob Zeno. So let's start with Miller Moss. He is departing USC. What's the latest on him?
Well, I think you have two early front runners for him, right? You have Missouri and you have the Louisville Cardinals. But we'll see if some other programs emerge. I could see Michigan really taking a swing at Miller Moss as well. But Missouri and Louisville are off to the races to start that process.
Now, you broke some news on Caden Salter on Sunday evening, Monday morning. Caden Salter already setting up some visits. The quarterback leaving Liberty. Where's he going first? Who's he going to check out?
Well, Syracuse has a visit locked in for Friday for Caden Salter. I think that is an intriguing program to keep an eye on. The way Kyle McCord stepped in there and had a big season for Fran Brown in this first-year coaching staff, the excitement around the Orange program, the great season they had ending with the win over Miami. Caden Salter would certainly be a plug-and-play guy for them, an opportunity for him to keep it going and maybe even take it another step forward. So keeping a close eye on Syracuse for Caden Salter right now as more programs emerge.
All right. Now, let's talk a little predictions. You dropped one in for Jacob Zeno. Pete Nakos, just while we're taping, put in a prediction for Jackson Arnold, who's leaving Oklahoma to land at Mississippi State. So we'll see how that works out. But where are you predicting Jacob Zeno?
Well, we like Jacob Zeno to ultimately end up at Texas A&M. He's visiting the Aggies on Monday today, 6'4", 210 pounds, threw for nearly 5,000 yards during his time at UAB, where he leaves as the program's all-time leading completion rate guy. Texas A&M, they got a really talented young quarterback room led by starter Marcel Reed. They got Miles O'Neill, a true freshman, and then they're bringing in Brady Hart, obviously in this top 10 2025 recruiting class. But they want to bring in a veteran, a guy that can provide some leadership, help these younger guys develop, and push the room from a competitive standpoint. And I think that they lead for Jacob Zeno coming into today's visit. And one more on 3 RPM that went in today, Josh, from Pete Nakos and I, is for former Stanford quarterback Ashton Daniels to land at Auburn. Now, the Tigers could be looking for 2 quarterbacks in the transfer portal this cycle. Obviously signed 5-star quarterback Deuce Knight as one of the jewels of their 2025 recruiting class that finished in the top 10. But Ashton Daniels, he's from the Peach State. He led Buford High to 3 state titles. He tells me he's going to be in Georgia next week, or Georgia tomorrow. He's going to quickly set up a visit to the Plains. They're the leader. He's talking to Iowa and a couple other programs, but Auburn is the heavy trend for Ashton Daniels, and the on 3 RPM reflects that.
All right, you guys, the portal is open. How we feeling? Talk to us. What does your team need? Who do you think is the top guy in the portal this cycle? Let us know. Comment section below.